CLEP English Literature Restoration Literature. Question 1. Can Orinoco help identify which author? Option A. Afraben. Option B. Lawrence Sterne. Option C. Emily Bronte. Option D. Samuel Johnson. The correct answer is option A. Afraben. Afraben fits because Orinoco is an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery and heroic romance. Lawrence Sterne is linked to Tristram Shandy, Samuel Johnson is linked to Preface to Shakespeare. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 2. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue. If you see Joseph Conrad, which title should you remember? Option A. Heart of Darkness. Option B. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option C. Dover Beach. Option D. The Wasteland. The correct answer is option A. Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness fits because it is Joseph Conrad's work, a modern novella exploring imperialism, moral darkness, narration, and ambiguity. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot, Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. A Midsummer Night's Dream belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 3. Examining a CLEP-style clue. Recognizing a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address points to which term? Option A. Paradox. Option B. Unreliable narrator. Option C. Ode. Option D. Frame narrative. The correct answer is option C. Ode. Ode fits because it means a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address. Frame narrative and paradox refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Unreliable narrator is also different. Epic is long and narrative. Satire attacks folly. Ballad tells a story in song-like stanzas. Question 4. Considering a CLEP-style clue. When J. Alfred Prufrock appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A. Volpone. Option B. Great Expectations. Option C. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option D. Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option C. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is Eliot's self-conscious speaker associated with modern alienation and paralysis. Beowulf is an epic hero, Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Othello is Shakespeare's tragic general. Question 5. During character review, which work belongs with Winston Smith? Option A. Paradise Lost. Option B. 1984. Option C. Othello. Option D. Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option B. 1984. Winston Smith is Orwell's protagonist under totalitarian surveillance and language control. Pip belongs to Dickens, Faustus belongs to Marlowe, Okonkwo belongs to Achebe. Question 6. Testing a CLEP-style clue. Among these works, which one is by George Eliot? Option A. Dover Beach. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Middlemarch. Option D. Great Expectations. The correct answer is option C. Middlemarch. Middlemarch fits because it is George Eliot's work, a realist Victorian novel known for social breadth, moral complexity, and Dorothea Brooke. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. The Tempest is associated with William Shakespeare. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 7. Comparing a CLEP-style clue. Identify the device described as the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Option A. Pastoral. Option B. Soliloquy. Option C. Octave. Option D. Alliteration. The correct answer is option D. Alliteration. Alliteration fits because it means the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Octave and pastoral refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Soliloquy is also different. Assonance repeats vowel sounds. Metaphor makes an implied comparison. Satire mocks vice or folly. Question 8. Tracing a CLEP-style clue. Among these periods, which one matches witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660? Option A. Romantic. Option B. Restoration. Option C. Postmodern. Option D. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. The correct answer is option B. Restoration. Restoration fits because it is commonly linked with witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because that period centers on heroic epic and alliterative verse. Romantic and postmodern point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 9. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. During work matching, which title belongs to William Shakespeare? Option A. Orinoco. Option B. Hamlet. Option C. Paradise Lost. Option D. The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B. Hamlet. Hamlet fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author. Clue. Question 10. Preparing a CLEP-style clue recognizing Edmund Spenser should lead to which title? Option A. Omrose. Option B. Midnight's Children. Option C. The Fairy Queen. Option D. Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option C, The Fairy Queen. The Fairy Queen fits because it is Edmund Spenser's work, an allegorical Renaissance epic romance written in the Spenserian stanza. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne, Midnight's Children is associated with Salman Rushdie. Omrose belongs with Derek Walcott, not this author. Clue. Question 11. How would a clue about Aphra Behn most likely be answered? Option A. Waiting for Godot. Option B. Dover Beach. Option C. Sons and Lovers. Option D. Orinoco. The correct answer is option D. Orinoco. Orinoco fits because it is Aphra Behn's work, an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery, and heroic romance. Sons and Lovers is associated with D. H. Lawrence. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Waiting for Godot belongs with Samuel Beckett, not this author. Clue. Question 12. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue. If you see Kazuo Ishiguro, which title should you remember? Option A. The Fairy Queen. Option B. North. Option C. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option D. The Remains of the Day. The correct answer is option D. The Remains of the Day. The Remains of the Day fits because it is Kazuo Ishiguro's work, a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. North is associated with Seamus Heaney. The Fairy Queen belongs with Edmund Spenser, not this author. Clue. Question 13. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can Waiting for Godot help identify which author? Option A. Samuel Beckett. Option B. Derek Walcott. Option C. Virginia Woolf. Option D. Charlotte Bronte. The correct answer is option A. Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett fits because Waiting for Godot is an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. Virginia Woolf is linked to Mrs. Dalloway. Derek Walcott is linked to Omrose. Charlotte Bronte points instead to Jane Eyre, so it does not match this clue. Question 14. Considering a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Othello? Option A. Ben Jonson. Option B. William Shakespeare. Option C. Christopher Marlowe. Option D. Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option B. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Othello is a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race, and trust. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Ben Jonson points instead to Volpone, so it does not match this clue. Question 15. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Paradise Lost. Option A. John Milton. Option B. Ben Jonson. Option C. George Eliot. Option D. Jonathan Swift. The correct answer is option A. John Milton. John Milton fits because Paradise Lost is a blank verse epic on the fall, Satan, obedience, free will, and divine justice. Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone. George Eliot is linked to Middlemarch. Jonathan Swift points instead to Gulliver's Travels, so it does not match this clue. Question 16. Testing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter? Option A. Sonnet. Option B. Enjambment. Option C. Dramatic monologue. Option D. Alliteration. The correct answer is option A. Sonnet. Sonnet fits because it means a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter. Alliteration and dramatic monologue refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Enjambment is also different. Ballad is a song-like narrative, epic is long and heroic, essay is nonfiction prose. Question 17. Identify the device described as an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison. Option A. Villanelle. Option B. Conceit. Option C. Unreliable narrator. Option D. Irony. The correct answer is option B. Conceit. Conceit fits because it means an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison. Villanelle and unreliable narrator refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Irony is also different. Simile uses like or as. Understatement deliberately minimizes. Pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 18. Tracing a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with to his coy mistress? Option A. Oscar Wilde. Option B. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option C. Andrew Marvell. Option D. Sir Thomas Malory. The correct answer is option C. Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell fits because To His Coy Mistress is a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Sir Thomas Malory points instead to L. E. Mort d'Arthur, so it does not match this clue. Question 19. Identify the writer normally connected with Heart of Darkness. Option A. Jane Austen. Option B. T.S. Eliot. Option C. Joseph Conrad. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option C. Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad fits because Heart of Darkness is a modern novella exploring imperialism, moral darkness, narration, and ambiguity. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. T.S. Eliot points instead to The Wasteland, so it does not match this clue. Question 20. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about William Shakespeare most likely be answered? Option A. Great Expectations. Option B. In Memoriam AHH. Option C. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option D. Macbeth. The correct answer is option D. Macbeth. Macbeth fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy of ambition, prophecy, regicide, guilt, and disorder. In Memoriam AHH is associated with Alfred, Lord Tennyson. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 21. Studying a CLEP-style clue during period review, which label matches order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation? Option A. Modernism. Option B. Renaissance. Option C. Neoclassical/18th century. Option D. Romantic. The correct answer is option C. Neoclassical/18th century. Neoclassical/18th century fits because it is commonly linked with order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing highlights humanism, drama, and exploration of individual ambition. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 22. Recognizing a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect points to which term? Option A. Unreliable narrator. Option B. Stream of consciousness. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Synecdoche. The correct answer is option C. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because it means a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect. Stream of consciousness and synecdoche refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Unreliable narrator is also different. Tragedy centers on serious downfall, pastoral idealizes rural life, elegy mourns loss. Question 23. Examining a CLEP-style clue, which term describes a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing? Option A. Ode. Option B. Stream of consciousness. Option C. Kenning. Option D. Apostrophe. The correct answer is option D. Apostrophe. Apostrophe fits because it means a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing. Stream of consciousness and ode refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Kenning is also different. Soliloquy is a speech by a character alone on stage. Satire attacks folly. Metonymy substitutes an associated term. Question 24. Can you name the literary term for a compact metaphorical compound common in Old English poetry? Option A. Mock epic. Option B. Allegory. Option C. Villanelle. Option D. Kenning. The correct answer is option D. Ing. Kenning fits because it means a compact metaphorical compound common in Old English poetry. Allegory and villanelle refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Mock epic is also different. Conceit is usually a longer elaborate comparison. Epithet is a descriptive tag. Metonymy uses association rather than compounding. Question 25. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by T.S. Eliot? Option A. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option B. Lyrical Ballads. Option C. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option D. The Wasteland. The correct answer is option D. The Wasteland. The Wasteland fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The Pilgrim's Progress belongs with John Bunyan, not this author clue. Question 26. Testing a CLEP style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Charles Dickens. Option A, In Memoriam AHH. Option B, Don Juan. Option C, The Canterbury Tales. Option D, Hard Times. The correct answer is option D, Hard Times. Hard Times fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron. In Memoriam AHH belongs with Alfred, Lord Tennyson, not this author clue. Question 27. Comparing a CLEP style clue, recall which author is known for lyrical ballads. Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Jonathan Swift. Option C, William Wordsworth. Option D, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The correct answer is option C, William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth fits because Lyrical Ballads is a landmark romantic collection favoring ordinary language, nature, feeling, and imagination. Elizabeth Barrett Browning is linked to sonnets from the Portuguese. Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 28. Tracing a CLEP style clue, who wrote The Second Coming? Option A, William Wordsworth. Option B, Derek Walcott. Option C, W.B. Yeats. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C, W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats fits because The Second Coming is a modernist symbolic poem known for apocalyptic imagery and historical disorder. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land. William Wordsworth is linked to Lyrical Ballads. Derek Walcott points instead to Omrose, so it does not match this clue. Question 29. Recognizing Emily Bronte should lead to which title? Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, Sonnets. Option C, Hard Times. Option D, Wuthering Heights. The correct answer is option D, Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights fits because it is Emily Bronte's work, a Gothic Victorian novel of passion, revenge, setting, and layered narration. Sonnets is associated with William Shakespeare. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 30. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about John Milton most likely be answered? Option A, Paradise Lost. Option B, Ode to the West Wind. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Dover Beach. The correct answer is option A, Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost fits because it is John Milton's work, a blank verse epic on the fall, Satan, obedience, free will, and divine justice. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. Ode to the West Wind is associated with Percy Bysshe Shelley. Dover Beach belongs with Matthew Arnold, not this author clue. Question 31. Studying a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for holy sonnets. Option A, Thomas Hardy. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, Joseph Conrad. Option D, John Donne. The correct answer is option D, John Donne. John Donne fits because Holy Sonnets is a group of metaphysical poems using paradox, argument, and intense spiritual drama. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Joseph Conrad points instead to Heart of Darkness, so it does not match this clue. Question 32. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, who wrote The Importance of Being Earnest? Option A, William Blake. Option B, Oscar Wilde. Option C, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D, Jane Austen. The correct answer is option B, Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde fits because The Importance of Being Earnest is a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 33. Examining a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to William Shakespeare? Option A, Orinoco. Option B, Pride and Prejudice. Option C, King Lear. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option C, King Lear. King Lear fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy about authority, family betrayal, madness, and suffering. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Pride and Prejudice is associated with Jane Austen. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 34. Considering a CLEP-style clue, if a clue names Midnight's Children, which author is expected? Option A, Salman Rushdie. Option B, Ben Jonson. Option C, George Orwell. Option D, Doris Lessing. The correct answer is option A, Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie fits because Midnight's Children is a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. Doris Lessing is linked to The Golden Notebook, Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone. George Orwell points instead to 1984, so it does not match this clue. Question 35. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option A. Virginia Woolf. Option B. Jonathan Swift. Option C. Salman Rushdie. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy that mixes lovers, fairies, mistaken identities, and theatrical play. Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children, Virginia Woolf is linked to Mrs. Dalloway. Jonathan Swift points instead to Gulliver's Travels, so it does not match this clue. Question 36. Testing a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as a reference to another text, historical event, myth, or cultural figure. Option A. Synecdoche. Option B. Blank verse. Option C. Allusion. Option D. Heroic couplet. The correct answer is option C. Allusion. Allusion fits because it means a reference to another text, historical event, myth, or cultural figure. Blank verse and heroic couplet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Synecdoche is also different. Allegory sustains symbolic meaning across a whole work. Irony creates contrast between appearance and reality. Meter concerns rhythmic pattern. Question 37. If a clue names Satan as a grand but fallen speaker, which title is expected? Option A. Othello. Option B. Paradise Lost. Option C. Waiting for Godot. Option D. Don Juan. The correct answer is option B. Paradise Lost. Milton's Satan is a central figure in the epic about rebellion and the fall. Christian belongs to the Pilgrim's Progress, Belinda belongs to the Rape of the Lock, Heathcliff belongs to Wuthering Heights. Question 38. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing the wife of Bath points to which work? Option A. The Canterbury Tales. Option B. The Fairy Queen. Option C. The Remains of the Day. Option D. To His Coy Mistress. The correct answer is option A. The Canterbury Tales. The Wife of Bath is one of Chaucer's pilgrims and is central to medieval estate satire. Beowulf belongs to Old English heroic epic, Jane Eyre is a Victorian novel, Waiting for Godot is modern absurdist drama. Question 39. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for The Pilgrim's Progress? Option A. John Bunyan. Option B. Seamus Heaney. Option C. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D. John Donne. The correct answer is option A. John Bunyan. John Bunyan fits because The Pilgrim's Progress is a religious allegory that turns Christian life into a symbolic journey. Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales, John Donne is linked to Holy Sonnets. Seamus Heaney points instead to North, so it does not match this clue. Question 40. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about John Bunyan most likely be answered? Option A. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option B. Preface to Shakespeare. Option C. The Tempest. Option D. Jane Eyre. The correct answer is option A. The Pilgrim's Progress. The Pilgrim's Progress fits because it is John Bunyan's work, a religious allegory that turns Christian life into a symbolic journey. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson, Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Bronte. The Tempest belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 41. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Belinda and the Stolen Lock of Hair? Option A. The Rape of the Lock. Option B. The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C. Heart of Darkness. Option D. Orinoco. The correct answer is option A. The Rape of the Lock. Belinda is the fashionable figure at the center of Pope's mock heroic satire. Tess belongs to Hardy, Jane Eyre belongs to Bronte, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 42. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, can you identify the technique when an object in a story carries meaning beyond its literal role? Option A. Realism. Option B. Symbolism. Option C. Illusion. Option D. Caesura. The correct answer is option B. Symbolism. Symbolism fits because symbolism lets concrete objects, actions, or images suggest larger abstract meanings. Realism is wrong because realism emphasizes credible ordinary experience. Caesura and illusion describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 43. Which term describes a strong pause or break within a line of poetry? Option A. Allegory. Option B. Apostrophe. Option C. Simile. Option D. Caesura. The correct answer is option D. Caesura. Caesura fits because it means a strong pause or break within a line of poetry. Simile and allegory refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Apostrophe is also different. Enjambment runs the sentence beyond the line. Alliteration repeats consonants. Octave names the first 8 lines of some sonnets. Question 44. Considering a CLEP-style clue, who wrote Don Juan? Option A. Alexander Pope. Option B. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C. Salman Rushdie. Option D. Lord Byron. The correct answer is option D. Lord Byron. Lord Byron fits because Don Juan is a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. Alexander Pope is linked to the Rape of the Lock. Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales. Salman Rushdie points instead to Midnight's Children, so it does not match this clue. Question 45. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by Elizabeth Barrett Browning? Option A. North. Option B. Mrs. Dalloway. Option C. Orinoco. Option D. Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option D. Sonnets from the Portuguese. Sonnets from the Portuguese fits because it is Elizabeth Barrett Browning's work, a Victorian sonnet sequence exploring love, voice, and devotion. North is associated with Seamus Heaney. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 46. Testing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Samuel Beckett. Option A. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option B. Waiting for Godot. Option C. Beowulf. Option D. Ellie Mort d'Arthur. The correct answer is option B. Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot fits because it is Samuel Beckett's work, an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. Ellie Mort d'Arthur is associated with Sir Thomas Malory. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. Ode on a Grecian Urn belongs with John Keats, not this author clue. Question 47. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, when a CLEP-style passage shows that a novel stresses haunted spaces, secrecy, terror, and psychological darkness, which answer works? Option A. Pastoral. Option B. Domestic realism. Option C. Neoclassical satire. Option D. Gothic. The correct answer is option D. Gothic. Gothic fits because Gothic fiction uses fear, mystery, confinement, and dark settings to explore emotional or moral anxiety. Pastoral is wrong because pastoral idealizes rural simplicity. Neoclassical satire and domestic realism describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 48. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, during work matching, which title belongs to Daniel Defoe? Option A. North. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Pride and Prejudice. Option D. Robinson Crusoe. The correct answer is option D. Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe fits because it is Daniel Defoe's work, an early English novel using realism, survival narrative, and economic individualism. North is associated with Seamus Heaney. Pride and Prejudice is associated with Jane Austen. The Tempest belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 49. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Vladimir and Estragon? Option A. Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option B. Waiting for Godot. Option C. Ode to the West Wind. Option D. Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option B. Waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon wait through Beckett's absurdist drama. Hamlet and Horatio belong to Shakespeare. Jane and Rochester belong to Bronte. Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms belong to Swift. Question 50. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, can you identify the technique when a prose passage ridicules pride and social corruption to criticize them? Option A. Romance. Option B. Satire. Option C. Elegy. Option D. Ode. The correct answer is option B. Satire. Satire fits because satire uses ridicule, irony, and exaggeration to expose vice or folly. Elegy is wrong because elegy laments loss. Romance and ode describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 51. Studying a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where a poem builds an elaborate, surprising comparison between unlike things? Option A. Conceit. Option B. Simile. Option C. Rhyme scheme. Option D. Kenning. The correct answer is option A. Conceit. Conceit fits because a conceit is an extended and often intellectually unusual comparison, especially common in metaphysical poetry. Kenning is wrong because kenning is a compact Old English compound metaphor. Simile and rhyme scheme describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 52. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which term describes a mode using mystery, terror, isolation, haunted spaces, and psychological darkness? Option A, blank verse. Option B, personification. Option C, Gothic. Option D, soliloquy. The correct answer is option C, Gothic. Gothic fits because it means a mode using mystery, terror, isolation, haunted spaces, and psychological darkness. Personification and blank verse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Soliloquy is also different. Pastoral idealizes the countryside, neoclassicism favors order and reason, comedy aims at laughter or social correction. Question 53. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Derek Walcott point to which work? Option A, Ulysses. Option B, The Second Coming. Option C, Othello. Option D, Olmrose. The correct answer is option D, Olmrose. Olmrose fits because it is Derek Walcott's work, a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats, Othello is associated with William Shakespeare. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author clue. Question 54. Considering a CLEP-style clue among these titles, which one contains Elizabeth Bennet? Option A, Volpone. Option B, Pride and Prejudice. Option C, Things Fall Apart. Option D, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The correct answer is option B, Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's witty heroine in a novel of manners. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Middlemarch, Clarissa Dalloway belongs to Mrs. Dalloway, Ophelia belongs to Hamlet. Question 55. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, how should a reader label a passage where narration follows a character's flowing perceptions, memories, and associations? Option A, allegory. Option B, comedy of manners. Option C, heroic couplet. Option D, stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option D, stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness fits because stream of consciousness tries to imitate mental flow and is central to many modernist novels. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplet is a verse form. Allegory and comedy of manners describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 56. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with hard times? Option A, Lawrence Sterne. Option B, Ben Jonson. Option C, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option D, Charles Dickens. The correct answer is option D, Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Hard Times is a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. Lawrence Sterne is linked to Tristram Shandy, Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone. Alfred, Lord Tennyson points instead to In Memoriam AHH, so it does not match this clue. Question 57. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Faustus points to which work? Option A, Waiting for Godot. Option B, Don Juan. Option C, Dr. Faustus. Option D, Lyrical Ballads. The correct answer is option C, Dr. Faustus. Faustus is Marlowe's scholar who trades his soul for power and knowledge. Macbeth concerns regicide and prophecy. Tom Jones is an 18th century novel. Mrs. Dalloway is modernist fiction. Question 58. Select the term for drama focused on serious conflict, suffering, and often a fall or death. Option A, irony. Option B, tragedy. Option C, dramatic monologue. Option D, villanelle. The correct answer is option B, tragedy. Tragedy fits because it means drama focused on serious conflict, suffering, and often a fall or death. Irony and dramatic monologue refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Villanelle is also different. Comedy usually moves towards social restoration. Farce depends on broad absurdity. Pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 59. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Matthew Arnold most likely be answered? Option A, Dover Beach. Option B, In Memoriam AHH. Option C, Ode to the West Wind. Option D, Preface to Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A, Dover Beach. Dover Beach fits because it is Matthew Arnold's work, a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy, and cultural uncertainty. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. Ode to the West Wind is associated with Percy Bysshe Shelley. In Memoriam AHH belongs with Alfred, Lord Tennyson, not this author clue. Question 60. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, if you see William Wordsworth, which title should you remember? Option A, Olmrose. Option B, My Last Duchess. Option C, Lyrical Ballads. Option D, Songs of Innocence and Experience. The correct answer is option C, Lyrical Ballads. Lyrical Ballads fits because it is William Wordsworth's work, a landmark romantic collection favoring ordinary language, nature, feeling and imagination. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake, Omrose is associated with Derek Walcott. My Last Duchess belongs with Robert Browning, not this author. Clue. Question 61. Studying a CLEP style clue, study cards should connect Christopher Marlowe with which work? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, Dr. Faustus. Option C, Volpone. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B, Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus fits because it is Christopher Marlowe's work, a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan, Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. Volpone belongs with Ben Jonson, not this author. Clue. Question 62. Should In Memoriam AHH be matched with which writer? Option A, John Milton. Option B, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option C, John Keats. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option B, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Alfred, Lord Tennyson fits because In Memoriam AHH is a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. John Milton points instead to Paradise Lost, so it does not match this clue. Question 63. Among these writers, who is linked to sons and lovers? Option A, D. H. Lawrence. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, W. B. Yeats. Option D, T. S. Eliot. The correct answer is option A, D. H. Lawrence. D. H. Lawrence fits because Sons and Lovers is a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality and class tension. W. B. Yeats is linked to The Second Coming, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. T. S. Eliot points instead to The Wasteland, so it does not match this clue. Question 64. Among these terms, which one names the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem? Option A, mock epic. Option B, heroic couplet. Option C, synecdoche. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option D, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Mock epic and synecdoche refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Heroic couplet is also different, meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 65. Identify the device described as a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Option A, tragedy. Option B, epic. Option C, Spenserian stanza. Option D, allegory. The correct answer is option D, allegory. Allegory fits because it means a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Tragedy and Spenserian stanza refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epic is also different, metaphor is a shorter implied comparison, realism imitates ordinary life, caesura is a pause inside a poetic line. Question 66. Testing a CLEP-style clue. When Christian appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option C, The Canterbury Tales. Option D, Tristram Shandy. The correct answer is option B, The Pilgrim's Progress. Christian is the allegorical pilgrim whose journey represents spiritual life. Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Hamlet is Shakespeare's prince, Prufrock is Eliot's anxious speaker. Question 67. Comparing a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to Henry Fielding? Option A, The Temple. Option B, Beowulf. Option C, Tom Jones. Option D, The Second Coming. The correct answer is option C, Tom Jones. Tom Jones fits because it is Henry Fielding's work, a comic realist novel known for an intrusive narrator and carefully plotted action. The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. The Temple belongs with George Herbert, not this author. Clue. Question 68. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing William Shakespeare should lead to which title? Option A, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option B, Don Juan. Option C, Othello. Option D, Paradise Lost. The correct answer is option C, Othello. Othello fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race and trust. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton, Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. Don Juan belongs with Lord Byron, not this author. Clue. Question 69. How would a clue about Chinua Achebe most likely be answered? Option A. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option B. King Lear. Option C. Things Fall Apart. Option D. My Last Duchess. The correct answer is option C. Things Fall Apart. Things Fall Apart fits because it is Chinua Achebe's work, a post-colonial novel about Igbo society, colonial disruption and cultural conflict. A Midsummer Night's Dream is associated with William Shakespeare. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning. King Lear belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 70. If you see George Herbert, which title should you remember? Option A. The Temple. Option B. Wuthering Heights. Option C. Lyrical Ballads. Option D. Ode on a Grecian Urn. The correct answer is option A. The Temple. The Temple fits because it is George Herbert's work, a collection of devotional metaphysical poems shaped by faith, pattern, and spiritual conflict. Wuthering Heights is associated with Emily Bronte, Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. Ode on a Grecian Urn belongs with John Keats, not this author clue. Question 71. Studying a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect John Donne with which work? Option A. The Canterbury Tales. Option B. 1984. Option C. Don Juan. Option D. Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option D. Holy Sonnets. Holy Sonnets fits because it is John Donne's work, a group of metaphysical poems using paradox, argument, and intense spiritual drama. Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron, 1984 is associated with George Orwell. The Canterbury Tales belongs with Geoffrey Chaucer, not this author clue. Question 72. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to D. H. Lawrence? Option A. The Second Coming. Option B. Sons and Lovers. Option C. Orinoco. Option D. Troilus and Cresside. The correct answer is option B. Sons and Lovers. Sons and Lovers fits because it is D. H. Lawrence's work, a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality and class tension. Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn, The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats. Troilus and Cresside belongs with Geoffrey Chaucer, not this author clue. Question 73. Can you name the literary term for a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener? Option A. Dramatic monologue. Option B. Kenning. Option C. Pastoral. Option D. Spenserian stanza. The correct answer is option A. Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because it means a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Pastoral and kenning refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Spenserian stanza is also different. Elegy mourns the dead, epic narrates heroic action, ode is a formal lyric of praise or meditation. Question 74. Considering a CLEP-style clue, when a review note mentions intellectual conceits, paradox, argumentative speakers and spiritual or erotic wit, which period fits? Option A. Victorian realism. Option B. Old English poetry. Option C. Metaphysical poetry. Option D. Romantic poetry. The correct answer is option C. Metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry fits because it is commonly linked with intellectual conceits, paradox, argumentative speakers and spiritual or erotic wit. Romantic poetry is different because romantic poetry favors imagination, nature and emotional intensity. Victorian realism and Old English poetry point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 75. During character review, which work belongs with Okonkwo? Option A. Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option B. The Fairy Queen. Option C. To His Coy Mistress. Option D. Things Fall Apart. The correct answer is option D. Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo is central to Achebe's post-colonial novel about Igbo society and colonial disruption. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Lear belongs to Shakespeare, Prufrock belongs to Eliot. Question 76. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which period is most associated with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture? Option A. Modernism. Option B. Romantic. Option C. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D. Middle English. The correct answer is option C. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Anglo-Saxon/Old English fits because it is commonly linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Middle English is different because Middle English is more closely tied to Chaucer, estates satire, and later medieval forms. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 77. Can you identify the technique when one thing is described as another without using like or as? Option A, metonymy. Option B, hyperbole. Option C, simile. Option D, metaphor. The correct answer is option D, metaphor. Metaphor fits because metaphor makes an implied comparison between unlike things. Simile is wrong because simile compares using like or as. Metonymy and hyperbole describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 78. Tracing a CLEP-style clue recognizing William Shakespeare should lead to which title? Option A, The Tempest. Option B, Tom Jones. Option C, Paradise Lost. Option D, Volpone. The correct answer is option A, The Tempest. The Tempest fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding, Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Volpone belongs with Ben Jonson, not this author clue. Question 79. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, how is the voice that tells a story usually labeled? Option A, irony. Option B, dramatic monologue. Option C, narrator. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option C, narrator. Narrator fits because it means the voice that tells a story. Free indirect discourse and irony refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Dramatic monologue is also different, author is the actual writer, protagonist is a leading character, audience is the reader or viewer. Question 80. Which author is most closely associated with Things Fall Apart? Option A, John Milton. Option B, Aphra Behn. Option C, Seamus Heaney. Option D, Chinua Achebe. The correct answer is option D, Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe fits because Things Fall Apart is a post-colonial novel about Igbo society, colonial disruption and cultural conflict. John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost, Aphra Behn is linked to Orinoco. Seamus Heaney points instead to north, so it does not match this clue. Question 81. Studying a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect Seamus Heaney with which work? Option A, Paradise Lost. Option B, Tristram Shandy. Option C, North. Option D, The Canterbury Tales. The correct answer is option C, North. North fits because it is Seamus Heaney's work, a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery and memory. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer, Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Tristram Shandy belongs with Lawrence Sterne, not this author clue. Question 82. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, should Troilus and Creasy be matched with which writer? Option A, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, Derek Walcott. Option D, Mary Shelley. The correct answer is option A, Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer fits because Troilus and Cressida is a Middle English narrative poem focused on love, fortune, and betrayal. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Derek Walcott points instead to Ownrose, so it does not match this clue. Question 83. Can you name the literary term for a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final alexandrine? Option A, terza rima. Option B, iambic pentameter. Option C, Spenserian stanza. Option D, enjambment. The correct answer is option C, Spenserian stanza. Spenserian stanza fits because it means a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final alexandrine. Enjambment and iambic pentameter refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Terza rima is also different, heroic couplet has 2 rhymed lines, blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter, ottava rima has 8 lines. Question 84. Considering a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names a comparison using like or as? Option A, blank verse. Option B, simile. Option C, alliteration. Option D, kenning. The correct answer is option B, simile. Simile fits because it means a comparison using like or as. Kenning and alliteration refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Blank verse is also different, metaphor makes an implied comparison, metonymy uses association, paradox joins apparent contradiction. Question 85. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for the Golden Notebook be answered? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Doris Lessing. Option C, anonymous Old English poet. Option D, Emily Bronte. The correct answer is option B, Doris Lessing. Doris Lessing fits because The Golden Notebook is a post-war experimental novel linked with fragmentation, politics, identity, and women's experience. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Emily Bronte is linked to Wuthering Heights. Anonymous Old English poet points instead to Beowulf, so it does not match this clue. Question 86. If a passage context shows imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience, which period is likely? Option A, Victorian. Option B, Romantic. Option C, Neoclassical. Option D, Restoration. The correct answer is option B, Romantic. Romantic fits because it is commonly linked with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience. Neoclassical is different because neoclassical literature values order, satire, and rational polish. Restoration and Victorian point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 87. Comparing a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Ulysses? Option A, John Donne. Option B, Charles Dickens. Option C, James Joyce. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C, James Joyce. James Joyce fits because Ulysses is a modernist novel associated with stream of consciousness, mythic parallels, and one-day structure. John Donne is linked to holy sonnets. T.S. Eliot is linked to the wasteland. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 88. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Samuel Johnson most likely be answered? Option A, Jane Eyre. Option B, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option C, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option D, Preface to Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D, Preface to Shakespeare. Preface to Shakespeare fits because it is Samuel Johnson's work, an important neoclassical critical essay defending Shakespeare while noting faults. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake, Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Bronte. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner belongs with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, not this author clue. Question 89. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where one speaker addresses a silent listener and unintentionally exposes his character? Option A, Epic. Option B, Dramatic monologue. Option C, Pastoral. Option D, Elegy. The correct answer is option B, Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because a dramatic monologue reveals the speaker through voice, situation, and what the speaker fails to understand about himself. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns the dead. Pastoral and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 90. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how should a clue about humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama be classified? Option A, Modernism. Option B, Neoclassical. Option C, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D, Renaissance. The correct answer is option D, Renaissance. Renaissance fits because it is commonly linked with humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because Old English literature is known for heroic epic and alliterative verse. Neoclassical and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 91. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Oscar Wilde? Option A, 1984. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option D, Frankenstein. The correct answer is option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Frankenstein is associated with Mary Shelley, Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. 1984 belongs with George Orwell, not this author clue. Question 92. Spotting that characters named for virtues or vices act out a moral journey should lead to which term? Option A, soliloquy. Option B, realism. Option C, assonance. Option D, allegory. The correct answer is option D, allegory. Allegory fits because allegory gives narrative elements sustained symbolic meanings, often moral or religious. Realism is wrong because realism emphasizes ordinary believable life. Assonance and soliloquy describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 93. Examining a CLEP-style clue, when a CLEP-style passage shows that an image or idea keeps recurring and builds meaning across a work, which answer works? Option A, diction. Option B, theme. Option C, meter. Option D, motif. The correct answer is option D, motif. Motif fits because motif is a recurring element that supports themes and patterns in a text. Theme is wrong because theme is the broader insight or central idea. Meter and diction describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 94. Considering a CLEP style clue, can the Rape of the Lock help identify which author? Option A, anonymous Old English poet. Option B, Oscar Wilde. Option C, Lord Byron. Option D, Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option D, Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope fits because The Rape of the Lock is a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf, Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. Lord Byron points instead to Don Juan, so it does not match this clue. Question 95. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, when a passage shows a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part, which term fits? Option A, epistolary novel. Option B, assonance. Option C, villanelle. Option D, synecdoche. The correct answer is option D, synecdoche. Synecdoche fits because it means a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part. Epistolary novel and assonance refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Villanelle is also different, metonymy uses association, simile compares with like or as, caesura is a pause in verse. Question 96. Testing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject? Option A, Bildungsroman. Option B, tone. Option C, epic. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option B, tone. Tone fits because it means the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject. Bildungsroman and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free indirect discourse is also different. Mood is the feeling created in the reader, plot is event sequence, meter is rhythmic pattern. Question 97. Comparing a CLEP-style clue among these titles, which one contains Lady Macbeth? Option A, Macbeth. Option B, Ode to the West Wind. Option C, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option D, Ulysses. The correct answer is option A, Macbeth. Lady Macbeth belongs to the tragedy of ambition and guilt surrounding Duncan's murder. Hamlet focuses on a Danish prince. The Rape of the Lock satirizes social vanity. Middlemarch is a realist Victorian novel. Question 98. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, can The Tempest help identify which author? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Lord Byron. Option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D, Charles Dickens. The correct answer is option A, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because The Tempest is a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. Lord Byron is linked to Don Juan, Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 99. If a poem uses the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants, which device is present? Option A, soliloquy. Option B, epic. Option C, elegy. Option D, assonance. The correct answer is option D, assonance. Assonance fits because it means the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants. Soliloquy and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Elegy is also different. Alliteration repeats initial consonants. Consonance repeats consonant sounds. Irony depends on contrast. Question 100. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect Alfred, Lord Tennyson with which work? Option A, The Second Coming. Option B, Mrs. Dalloway. Option C, Lyrical Ballads. Option D, In Memoriam AHH. The correct answer is option D, In Memoriam AHH. In Memoriam AHH fits because it is Alfred, Lord Tennyson's work, a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf, Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. The Second Coming belongs with W. B. Yeats, not this author clue.